Hi, in the previous video, I spoke about job hopper and job hopping, and I gave you the perspective of an interviewer and an organization. What happens when they receive the profile of a job hopper and what kind of reactions they would have on that profile. And I also briefly spoke about the impact a candidate would have if at all he or she is changing jobs quite frequently. And in today's episode, I'm going to give you my suggestions, what you could do if at all you are in that situation where you have to explain why you have been changing jobs. Also, I'm going to talk about a little more in detail about the impact a candidate would have on his or her career, the long-term and the short-term impact. Hello, my name is Tapash and my channel name is EduQuester. So let's get started. So if you are changing jobs frequently for a little increase in your salary, initially you will feel good because all of a sudden you would start earning more than your colleagues in your previous organization. And the little increase in the salary would take care of your current needs and some of your future needs also. However, this frequent change in job is going to actually impact your career in a bigger way. So let's learn a little bit more about what are those impacts it will have on the candidate's resume and on the career growth. So number one, at one point, you will find your salary growth completely stopped. S-A-L-A-R-Y, salary growth. So you will find your salary growth completely stopped because organization would not trust you. Number two, MNC rejection. The bigger companies, since they do not trust you, they would start rejecting your profile whenever you apply. Number three, juniors, J-U-N-I-O-R, juniors, doing well. So at one point, you would also find that your juniors or your colleagues, those who used to work in your first organization, are actually doing much better than you. They're earning more salary, they are in a better designation, better role than you, and they're doing really well in life or in their career. Number four, age. So how it impacts, let's say you got 7 to 8 years of experience, but you are still in the L1 level job because you have been frequently changing your jobs. Though you may have got some hike with each change, but then your designation did not change, your role did not change, you are still in level 1. So what happens with the experience? Your age increases. At one point, it would be very frustrating for you to work more or less in the same level. So these are some of the impact. And your learning would definitely take a beating because you are not stable. You have been frequently changing jobs because of whatsoever reason. So your learning would also be very, very limited. And the most frustrating part would be if at all you find your friends or your colleague or your juniors in any organization where you have joined also, and you have to report to them. So that is going to be the most frustrating situation. And I'll give you one example of mine. In my first organization, I used to report to a team lead and the team lead used to report to a team manager. The team manager who used to be a job hopper. In my current organization, the team manager reports to me. He used to be my super boss. So this is a real life example of what happens when you are stable in your career and how it impacts positively in the long term. Now, let's say that you have received a call from an MNC. They liked your profile, though they have a doubt because you have been hopping jobs, but still they called you for an interview. But as a candidate, you're worried about what would you explain since you have been changing jobs quite frequently. So let me put myself in that situation, what I would do if at all I am in that situation. The first thing what I would do, I would prepare. I would prepare with the exact reason why I had to change so many jobs. And I would try to be honest with the interviewer, because if I'm not honest, then the interviewer would not select me. He or she would understand in 30 seconds or maybe max 1 minute that I am lying. So I'll have to be very honest. Next, before I apply for the job, I would try to enhance my skills. So at times what happens when you get a good profile as an interviewer, you may be worried about him or her hopping jobs, but then if at all the skill sets are niche, still the interviewer may take a chance in hiring that particular candidate. Also, it depends on if at all you can convince the interviewer that this is the dream job and this is the company where you wanted to get into and you are not going to change. So your focus should be on impressing the interviewer with your knowledge and skills and with your knowledge about the organization and the job you've applied for. That should be your focus. And if everything goes well, the interviewer may still select you and take a chance because the skill set, what you possess, may be a niche skill. So there is not much you could do to salvage the situation, because if you have already, let's say you have 10 years of experience and you have changed like 10 to 11 jobs, then there is nothing you could do. But if you're somewhere between 5 to 7 years of experience, but you have changed maybe 4 or 5 jobs, still you can salvage the situation. So always remember that stability in your career is very important. If you are a job hopper, then it is going to kill your growth, kill your salary hike, and the frustration is another thing whenever you have to report to your juniors in any organization. So this is it about this topic. If at all you need some more information about this topic, or you want to discuss something more on this, then please leave your comment and I shall get back to you. And if you have watched my video and if you have liked the content, please subscribe, like, share, and comment, and follow with your friends and family, because this is absolutely free. There are people out there who are charging a bomb for this kind of content, and I'm not charging anything at all. So this is it. Until next time, thanks everyone for watching. Have a great day.